Hey guys, thank you for showing an interest for this assignment. Let's dive right into it. The assignment is set up in an environment called Google Colab. Google Colab is a free cloud-based platform that allows you to write and execute Python code through your browser. When comparing this environment to a regular editor that you might be used to in Code.hs or wherever, the main differences are, in the first place, the code is organized in cells. So this is a cell, and this is a cell. And the code is organized in there. You can run the code in each cell individually. The cells can either be code, like you see here, or they can be text, like you see here. Google Colab is particularly well suited for machine learning, data science, and for education. Before we continue, one thing is really important, and that is that you need to copy this Colab project to your own Google Drive. So you do this by clicking to copy to drive right here. And it might take a couple of seconds, but then it will create a copy of that. So now you can close the original project, and now you have your own copy. It says copy of Handwriting. You can leave the title like that, it's no problem. You get a couple of release notes. Those are not really important, so I'm going to get rid of those. Quick tour of the environment. This is the main area I already showed you. It's organized in cells, this main area. So you got some text cells, and then you got these cells with code in them. And like I said, you can run them individually. So if I click here, this play button, just this code will be executed pretty much. And once it's done, it will give you a green tick, and that means it's done and it's where no problems were found. So that's the main area if you want. And then you got the files area. You might have to open that up. So if you look at the left-hand side here, you'll see this folder pretty much. If you click that, then you get the files area. There's one default folder, it's called sample data. You'll see further down the line that we'll add some extra folders, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. So that's the files area. A couple of buttons here that you can pretty much figure out by yourself what they will do. This is the refresh button, we're going to use that. This is the upload to session storage, we're going to use that. So that is the files area. And then there's the top menu with file, edit, view, etc. We're not going to use that one too much, but you can explore that on your own if you want. Most of the items here are pretty default and self-explanatory. Then at the top right, we have the share button. And this might be interesting if you want to share. Once you're done, you might want to share this with your teacher. Yeah, so that's when you create a link. So to get started, just read through everything here. It's not that much text, and it's quite important that you understand what is said here. Kind of introduces you to what your assignment is and what the starter code is all about. And then, like I already did, you want to run these code cells if you encounter them one by one. So these are the helper functions. You can just run them, see what they do, read through them, see if you understand what it's trying to do, and at least understand most of it. Maybe it'll make more sense once you use these functions. Then yeah, it's really a matter of reading through the text cells and executing the code cells. This is a special cell. If you run this code, this is the last one I'm going to show you, the rest is really up to you to follow along with. If you run this code, it's going to add 2 folders. Now you might either see that instantly, or you might have to refresh your files area here. So now you got a folder BW samples, and test cases. These are empty by now, but it's up to you to upload some content here, and the cells will explain to you how to do that. The only thing I will show you is at some point you will run into this function, predict, and that is the function that you will have to create. It takes an image array and it will return a number. It could be 0, could be 1, could be 2. And that is the prediction that you're making. Somewhere in the main code, you will have to, maybe you want to add another cell, maybe here at the bottom. Then say plus code, you can either click here or click here. And that will be added to the main code. First click here in this cell, then plus code. So it's added here. And then maybe you want to call your function predict. By the time you understand what you have to do and you created this function, you can call the function a couple of times. And the only thing you're going to need is some test cases. So you'll need to ask your teacher for some test cases. the teacher will send you your individual test case. So we'll send you a BMP file that you have to analyze, and you have to predict, have the computer predict, because you can just see what number it is. What the computer should be able to predict what number it is. Like this is a 1, that's very clear. So those will end up in your test cases folder, and you use that to insert in as a argument, as a parameter pretty much, into your predict function. That's all I'm going to give you for now. So ask your teacher to send you a test case for you to sink your teeth in, because your function predict should be able to take that image. First you have to upload it here somehow, then take that image, and you have to use the helper functions to take that image, and maybe automatically it will be, once you import it, read single image, it will be automatically turned into an array, and then you use that array pretty much to feed it into your predict function, and then the test return a 0, a 1, a 2, a 3, etc. until a 9, and that is your assignment. Good luck.